Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Today I'm finally going to get at my hobo stove. I've been wanting to do this for about a month, but one thing led to another and I put it off. And about the last 2 weeks it's been raining, so I haven't been able to do it then. So today is a sunny day. Today I've got my coffee can ready to go. I'm going to cut it up and try my hand at making a batch of ramen noodles. So I'll boil the water, see if I can get it hot enough to cook me up a batch of ramen noodles in the backwoods. So without further ado, let's get to it. Hobo Stove 101. Okay everybody, I've got my coffee can all ready to go. Like most modern cans, if they're not plastic all through together, they're metal with a plastic cover on it. So first thing I'm going to do is take this label off, because that's going to be pretty nasty to burn. Should just peel right off. I'm using a little can opener here to tear it up. Most hobos will have some sort of can opener. Okay, so now we're left with a can with a hole on the top that came when you pulled off the metal seal to get it to coffee. That's step one. Okay, step two is to create the hole in the front of our hobo stove. If you're a true hobo, you're probably just going to pull out your pocket knife and make a hole right about here. It's going to be a rectangular hole, probably about 3 inches by 5 inches, roughly about the size of an index card, and that's going to be where you're going to feed the fuel in while you have the pot on top of the stove. So in a hobo type environment, I'd probably be using my pocket knife, but because I'm at my nice suburban home and I like power tools, I'm going to use my angle grinder. I finished the hole. Again, it's not quite the 3 by 5. I thought more of like a deck of a card size. But that's going to be the hole in the front where I'll feed the fuel from. And now what I want to do is I want to make a bunch of ventilation holes to kind of make it like a rocket furnace. So the air will be drawn in and up the chimney. So I'm going to put holes all along the edge of this. And again, in a hobo type situation, I'd use my can opener or jackknife. And just, well, I'll show you. Point it in here. Just making these little triangles around the base. Okay, what that's left me with is a bunch of ventilation holes around the base of my stove, and all I needed was a little 50-cent can opener tool. Alright, because my garage sale pan that I'm going to burn in the backwoods is bigger than this coffee can, I'm going to use something to hold the pan up so it doesn't fall over and make it a little more steady. So I took the angle grinder, and you can use a knife on this if you want, and just made 4 little notches in the top of that. And what that's going to do is that's going to hold my metal rods that are going to help support the pan. And here they are. I just got a couple of shish kebab rods from inside, and we're going to set them in those notches. And then I can set the pan on top of that. And that'll do 2 things. That'll give a little more clearance for the fire to come up to heat the water, and it will make the wider pan a little more steady than trying to balance it on that narrow coffee can. So all we have to do now is go to the backwoods and try this thing out. It's taking a while to rip these baskets apart, so we'll do a little banjo music. Speed it up. Here we go. Yeah, that took a while. But what we have now is a pretty good pile of dry fuel to get the hobo stove up and running. So I'm going to go get my kids because they like watching this kind of stuff, and we're going to light it up. Alright, I've got my 2 little girls out here watching me. They're going to supervise for safety. And we're going to light this fire and get our hobo stove going and make some ramen noodles. The wind is going towards the direction of this opening. Stay there, Lil. I heard these things smoke when you first get them going, but after that they're alright. Put our water on the top.
My little back.
Lily, go over there a little bit. We're not going to make marshmallows yet. Got my tasty ramen noodles.
I put that.
No, Lily, I've got it. Thanks. Get my Hobo infrared thermometer. And it's showing 1,000 degrees down there. 9, 575, 894. The water is showing 158, 159, climbing fast. 162. Alright. Thanks a lot, kiddo. My 5-year-old heard, 6-year-old heard me and she brought me some dry wood. Alright, it works pretty good. I'd probably make a couple more holes along the top of the can because of the size of this pan is really blocking kind of the chimney flow up. I just have those 2 little sticks. So a next modification would be to add 3 or 4 holes and make that 6 or 8 holes around the rim on top. But this is doing the job. We have steam coming out of the top and I'm going to stir the soup. That must be the freight train coming through now with a new batch of hobos. Hope they're hungry. Yeah, we actually have bubbles going on now. So we have boiling water about 5 minutes in. And we're making soup for dinner. So if I was a little more meticulous, a little more careful, this would be a really handy stove. Again, I'd put 6 or 8 holes along the top edge to get room for the hot air to come up around the pot just because of the size of my pot. But it's working out. Just with scraps and a tin can, you can cook a dinner out in the woods. Pretty cool. So I'd call this a limited success, but either way, I'm having dinner. Thanks for watching.